What if I told you the most powerful part of SB19 isn't the vocals? It's not the choreography. It's not even the music. It's the fans. And not just as supporters, but as a business asset. Most people think fans are consumers. They stream, they buy tickets, they trend hashtags. But SB19's fandom? That's a decentralized marketing machine, a global street team, a financial stabilizer, a brand multiplier. Today we're breaking down why Aten isn't just a fandom. They're infrastructure. And once you see it this way, you'll never look at fandom economics the same again. Kindly like, share, and subscribe as we dive in. Section 1: The old model versus the SB19 model. In the traditional entertainment system, fans are at the bottom. Labels invest capital. Media controls exposure. Corporations dictate narratives. Fans consume what they're given. That's the old hierarchy. But SB19 didn't rise inside a fully established system like the Big Three structure. They didn't debut with the capital power of companies like SM Entertainment, YG Entertainment, or JYP Entertainment. They built leverage differently. And here's where it gets interesting. Instead of fans being the last link in the chain, Aten became the engine. When traditional acts spend millions on marketing campaigns, SB19's reach expands through organized digital mobilization. Fan translation teams, fan-designed promotional graphics, coordinated streaming schedules, billboard projects, crowd-funded ads. That's not passive support. That's operational contribution. And in business terms, that's called value creation. Section 2: Fans as free marketing infrastructure. Let's talk numbers psychology. A company launching a global campaign might spend millions on digital ads, hundreds of thousands on influencer partnerships, paid placements. Now compare that to SB19's ecosystem. When SB19 drops a project, Aten trends it globally without paid amplification. That's earned media. That's organic reach. That's cost efficiency. Think about what happens every time SB19 trends worldwide on Twitter. That visibility reaches casual listeners, triggers algorithm boosts, signals industry power, and it costs the group almost nothing. That is not normal fandom behavior. That is distributed marketing power. Aten creates reaction videos, analysis threads, fan documentaries, subtitled clips, TikTok edits, data breakdowns. They expand the content ecosystem without being on payroll. From a business perspective, that lowers customer acquisition costs dramatically. Most companies spend heavily to acquire new customers. SB19 activates community-driven acquisition. That's not hype. That's scalable economics. Section 3: Emotional equity equals financial stability. Here's what most analysts miss. The real power of Aten isn't noise. It's loyalty. Casual listeners fluctuate. Trend-based fans move on. But SB19 supporters display something closer to brand equity. Emotional investment. And emotional investment drives repeat purchases, premium pricing tolerance, merch sellouts, ticket sellouts. Look at how fast SB19 concerts move. Look at album support consistency. That kind of stability reduces volatility. For any artist, volatility is risk. For investors, sponsors, and partners, risk matters. When brands see consistent, mobilized, loyal support, that's attractive. That's why sponsors align. That's why partnerships grow. Because Aten isn't reactive. They're predictable in support. And in business, predictability equals confidence. Section 4: When fans become strategic amplifiers. Let's zoom out. When SB19 began gaining international traction, it wasn't driven by massive Western PR machines like those backing artists such as Taylor Swift. It was digital word-of-mouth acceleration. Fan translations opened access to non-Filipino audiences. Global Aten communities formed independently. Fan-led streaming goals targeted international charts. That's market expansion without centralized command. It's almost startup-like, lean, agile, community-powered. When an artist trends in Brazil, Canada, UAE, or the US, often that momentum is fan-coordinated. This is what tech companies call network effects. The more engaged the community, the more valuable the ecosystem becomes. And the more valuable the ecosystem becomes, the more leverage the brand gains. Section 5, Data Warfare and Chart Strategy. Now let's talk something uncomfortable. Fandoms today operate like analytics teams. Streaming patterns, time zone coordination, platform strategy, hashtag scheduling. Aten studies charts. They understand algorithm timing. They maximize impact windows. That's data literacy. In older eras, fans waited for radio play. Today, they influence digital performance metrics directly. And performance metrics influence award nominations, media coverage, sponsor interest, platform placement. This means Aten impacts business optics. Optics influence negotiations. Negotiations influence revenue splits. Revenue influences independence. So yes, fandom behavior affects contract power. That's business leverage. Section 6, Community as Capital. Traditional capital equals money. Modern capital, community. SB19's independence narrative strengthened when they demonstrated something critical. They don't just have listeners, they have a mobilized base. When artists separate from traditional systems, survival depends on direct-to-consumer strength, loyal repeat buyers, word-of-mouth velocity. Aten provides all three. They purchase directly, they amplify instantly, they defend narratives online. That last one, reputation defense. And reputation management is extremely expensive for corporations. Yet SB19 has decentralized defenders. Again, unpaid, but highly invested. That's asset-level value. Section 7, the psychological shift. Here's the deeper layer. Why does this fandom operate differently? Because SB19's journey was visible. Struggle builds attachment. Growth builds shared identity. Fans didn't just consume success. They witnessed evolution. That creates co-ownership psychology. When fans feel part of the rise, they act like stakeholders. And stakeholders behave differently than customers. They protect brand integrity, promote without being asked. Think long-term. This is why Aten's behavior resembles early startup community culture more than typical pop fandom cycles. Section 8, Why brands actually notice this. When companies evaluate partnerships, they ask, is the audience passive or active? Active communities convert faster, engage deeper, sustain campaigns. SB19's fandom demonstrates conversion behavior. Merch sells, events fill, digital campaigns trend. That reduces marketing friction for collaborators, which increases SB19's negotiation leverage, which increases revenue efficiency. Again, business asset. Section 9, the risk factor. But here's balance. An empowered fandom is powerful, and powerful ecosystems require responsibility. If community energy fragments, impact reduces. If narratives become divisive, brand perception shifts. So the long-term sustainability of Aten as an asset depends on strategic unity, positive amplification, controlled narrative defense. Assets can grow, but they can also depreciate. The strength of SB19's ecosystem lies in maturity. Section 10, the bigger industry implication. Here's the truth the industry doesn't say loudly. The future of artist power is direct community leverage. SB19 represents a blueprint, not because they're the biggest, but because they've demonstrated what happens when fandom becomes infrastructure. Aten isn't just a cheering section. They are distribution, promotion team, retention, defense, data mobilization. That's vertical integration, community addition. And that's why SB19's ceiling isn't defined by traditional capital limitations. It's defined by how effectively this ecosystem evolves. So next time someone says, they just have dedicated fans, correct them. They don't just have fans. They have an asset class. And if you've been part of this movement, streaming, promoting, defending, supporting, understand this. You're not just watching history, you're building leverage. Now I want to ask you, Do you think fandom-driven business models are the future of global pop? Or is SB19 a rare exception? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want more deep breakdowns on SB19's business strategy, global positioning, and industry impact, you already know what to do.